My name is Trippy Moe. A lot of people call me Trippy. Right now we're at Blue Velvet, my music studio that we started 2 years ago. Also attached to 432 Studios and Dank Studios. I started playing guitar when I was a kid. I was probably 12 or 13 years old. And I just fell in love with it from then, never put it down. Started singing and playing guitar, just that. And then I got a studio and just started going from there when I was 15. Creating stuff for myself. I was in and out of professional studios since that age as well. So it kind of just fully took over my life, no lie. Really and truly, I started in like a church choir. I got hired to be in a choir. It wasn't too much money, but I was working with like college students and stuff that were studying music, and I was getting to learn from them as well as music instructors and different things. So really just learning throughout life, but mainly church, honestly. I feel like growing up has influenced my music, because you kind of realize what your goals are. I feel like you realize what you're capable of and how much you're influencing people and really changing the world. And so you kind of take heed of that and play off that. So I mean, it influences you big time. When you see the things start moving and stuff's in motion. So I'm Trippy Moe because it worked out. No. Since I was a kid, I had this brand with my homie when I was like 18 that we started, and it was called Trippy Hipster. On God, some goofy shit. But it was cool. I don't know, people embraced it. Everybody in the city was wearing the stuff. And then casually everyone started calling me Trippy, like Trippy Moe, and then it just came to it, like it just literally was. I didn't even pick the shit, but it came about, and then honestly, it plays more into my life now than I would enjoy it to, but the name fits. Blue Velvet is a few things. So Blue Velvet is kind of a marketing agency as well as a music studio, production agency. Really just a free-range creative space is what we try to be. I really try to help people with content. I do a little bit of everything, honestly. I help people find beats that are closer to their style. But mainly it's just a creative space, you know what I mean, where we have networks where we get together and everybody comes and vibes out, makes some music, has a good time. But it's a good vibe, for sure. I grew up on a lot of R&B, a lot of rap, a lot of soul music, a lot of disco and funk and shit. So that was a lot of my influence. Casually as I grew up, my influence became like reggae, as well as, but mainly it all had an R&B focus. It was all more soul based. It wasn't smoke weed all day reggae. It was more so like Trevor Hall, Lime Tree. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but that was kind of a lot of my influence growing up. And acoustic soul was just a big influence to me, casually. So new music coming. Kind of what I've done is I plotted out 2 tapes for the next like 2.5, 3 months, with a few singles in between and all that. The first tape is going to be called Day Trip. It's more so a tape based off of kind of exploring yourself in a new city, kind of finding yourself, realizations. But it's like, it's kind of the essence is a day trip, a trip around town. The second half is going to be called Night Trip. It's going to be more city vibes, like kind of nighttime, party, clubby, a lot of smooth shit, a lot of kind of R&B bass. I'm excited. It's gonna be some super smooth stuff. Got a lot of music videos coming. Got some stuff with Big Grit coming. Ray Reed, Holiday, Chris Carter. Shoot, a lot of stuff coming out here with Izzy, Kells, everybody. EPG Melly. All kinds of hits that are about to drop throughout the city. Honestly, I'm excited. But yeah, that's pretty much all you get from me for now. And then after that, we'll see what's good. Performing February 4th. We're doing a listening party here at the studio. We're gonna have it kind of a private event. It's gonna be catered with some joints, catered with some food, a lot of good stuff, but it's gonna be some private performances. March 28th, I think we're doing a show here with a lot of local people that are underground and pretty cold, with Nasia, Nana. I don't know if y'all know who that is. And then also I'm trying to host a show kind of with everybody who's been working with me here in the studio, and that should be like maybe early April. So that's kind of the plot for that right now. I have a lot of favorite moments in the studio, honestly. I've worked with all kinds of people in here, from DNA Picasso, Honey Pack Savvy, like I say, PG Melly. A lot of people in the city have came through here, honestly. We work with Plugs a lot over in one of our other studios, super talented cat, pushing for the Hispanic community for sure, Parkside Plugs. But I mean, it's honestly, I enjoy a lot of times in the studio. It's a beautiful time. Shit, glad to be alive. Not really. I try to let people like get comfortable, honestly. Like, I think of it as, you know, especially when people are paying you too for a service, I try to look at it as how can I best benefit these people in what they need and you know, in their sound, in their genre, you know, what they're doing. I enjoy it, but I feel like people come in and get fucked up off like liquor and everything else, and so then it just kind of like, you know, it slows their process, you know, and I feel like that kind of stunts a lot of people in their musical growth. But it also ends up being a good ass time, so half the time, you know, you can't even really complain. But yeah, I face the same challenges as a lot of artists. I feel like there's kind of people out here in the music industry that are like preying on artists. You know, they're making money off us because we want it, you know, we want it so bad, and so they're like, shoot, I can get it, you know what I mean? And so it's like, it's easy to lose money in this game, honestly. You know, you'll put money towards something that's a whole step back, you know what I mean? You weren't expecting to lose a little check, so I feel like that always comes into play, you know, somehow with this type of stuff. But I mean, that's business as well, so like, you take risks and some shit works. Have a good time, don't be scared to fuck up. Don't ever, you know, if you gotta go at it alone, you know, in the booth when you're first starting out, do it, like. But the key to music, on God, is just don't be scared to fuck up. Fucking up can be fun sometimes, and sometimes you'll mess up on a part, you know, and it ends up being one of the coldest parts of the song, you know, and you didn't even know, you didn't hear it at the time, but it just was, so it works out, you know what I mean? Just have fun, find your voice, do your thing. It's probably gonna have to be this song, Swerve, with DNA, Picasso, and Holiday on it. Man, just a super smooth song. It's actually gonna be on the second tape that I'm dropping, but I may drop a music video for it before I drop the next tape or something. We'll definitely see, but that one's just super smooth. Kind of got the city party vibes. Like, it's a good one. I enjoy it. And Holiday made the beat. Is gas. Holiday season, on God. But yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff. It's good. So what's the day? This week we're setting up for the February 4th event. That's this week's plan. And I'm also dropping this tape for y'all, ASAPery. So we're doing that. My goal is also for the next casually some years is to grow the studios we have now into a bigger building. Maybe even keep this building and have another building, and then hopefully be running, you know, a chunk of studios that will offer creative space for hella different engineers, you know, all kinds of talented people, all kinds of opportunities for people to make money in the city, just all kinds of everything, and be a part of a super nice network. So that's kind of my goal for the next few years. Get money or get lost, dude. You gotta keep up the pace, honestly. Like, you know, nobody's gonna make it shake but you. Don't count on somebody else, you know what I mean? Like, wherever you see somebody at, you know, it's most likely that they haven't gotten there without work. So you put in your work, and I'm telling you, you know, you put in that small bit of work, and everything else will play out in front of your eyes. It's a beautiful thing. February 4th, we got sponsored by Smoke Pluto for the 100 joints. So we are giving out 100 joints to everyone who comes in the door. Some good food, surprise, surprise. Some good music. It's going to be kind of a listening event, really, so it's more so going to be a lot of the artists that record here. It's going to be some of their music playing, but it's really going to be essentially based around the drop of my new tape, Day Trip. We're really just going to be, I might pull out the guitar for y'all and just really kind of make it a personal event. I want it to be personal, you know what I mean? From there, we're going to have a lot bigger event in the next few months. Where it'll be everyone's performing and just a super big show, a good time. But this will be more of like a closed event. You know, everyone is welcome, but once it gets too packed, I might have to lock the doors. But DJ Don P is gonna be in here rocking with me. You know, it's really gonna be part of a network too. You know, everyone's gonna be in here that makes a lot of music in the city. So it's really gonna be a good time. Hey, shout out everybody, man. Shout out all y'all. If you watch this 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, appreciate you, bro. Check my music out. If you watch this, you might probably already listen to it. Hey, but if you don't, check it out. We're doing some cool shit. Appreciate you. Trippy Moe, we're Blue Velvet. I'm out. Love.